see you.
So thank you, Vernon, Andrea, for coming on to this Zoom. We're going to go over the latest deck that Vernon sent us, and I'm going to share the screen. So I'm going to show the deck on there, and we'll go through slide by slide. So just bear with me while I pull up the deck. Okay, so we should all be seeing the latest deck
Okay.
that was sent. So let's go through the first slide.
Okay. So
Uh,
just one thing, the first slide has been edited already. Did you see that version?
no,
Oh,
this is the last email that you sent me. So I pulled this off from the email. I didn't pull it from the shared drive. So uh, do you
so
want to do you have it on your computer? Do you want to do you want to share your screen?
no, I don't have it on my computer. I have
Okay.
a phone.
All right, well, let's just carry on. So, uh, no, the first slide is beautiful. You know, is very artistic. Blah blah blah, etc. So, I really don't have any issue in it. The only thing that I wasn't aware is when the SWRM descends. So,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah. Let me explain that.
yeah,
That's the part of the log line, and I already
yeah.
changed and put it at the bottom. So we're
Oh,
set.
okay,
We're bringing Maroon Island to the big screen. That's gone, and also
okay,
music, myth, and resistance and legacy is gone, and I replaced that with executive producers. Let me see, Bonded, Buffalo 8
yeah,
production in association
okay,
with our collective slash SpiralAI.music. That's the
perfect.
credit. And then under
Okay,
there's a log line that tells what the story is, or tells about the story. It entices people to find out more about it. So that's the new cover. So
all right.
um,
Well, that sounds good, and I like the making sure we put the Bondi in there, and obviously get our name in there so they know exactly who the production is. But as I said to you, I like Bondi to be front and center for, like I said to you, the Hollywood people. Any comment, Andrea? You want to comment?
I actually love this cover. I'm 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 very detail oriented when it comes to decks, and I really love music, myth, resistance, legacy. It looks very epic. I do like it a lot.
All
It's
right.
a great cover.
Well, that
okay,
is normally anything.
So
Yeah, she's a very high critic. I don't think she's ever complimented anything I've ever done, Vernon. So either she's madly in love with you, or it actually is good. You
no,
know, so one of the two. So
okay.
you
beautiful.
So
know,
what we can do then is what we can leave it there, and then
yeah.
underneath it put the rest of the credits. But we do need to have the log line on there somewhere, because that's that's something that will get people to look at the deck more closely when they know what the story is. So I'll redo that and send it to you after this conversation.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All
Okay.
right. So that's page one. Page two is this the same Bondi Media Capital?
Yes.
All right. Well, first of all, the highlight of the website is just very amateurish. So you need to either remove that. Right now, you just see a big white blob in there. It looks amateurish, ugly. The rest of the page looks okay, but remove that. Either, remove that big white blob of the website. I would just get rid of the website link, or just if you want to leave the link in there, then put it, it's an eyesore right now the way it is presented.
There's also a typo on the known for fast, flexible, and reliable financing solutions. There's a double F in the fast.
Did you see that? You hear that?
It's a
No,
typo on the
I didn't
last
understand what
word.
you said.
Under industry reputation, you see that? It says
Yes.
with the lightning strike, it
Yes.
says known for fast. You got double
Yes.
F in fast.
That's a typo.
Yeah,
Known for
so you
fact.
need to correct that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you need to correct that, and yeah, get that ugly website sign. Either remove it or make it so it doesn't stick out like an ugly amateurish
Yeah.
label.
Yeah. There
Okay.
it was because of the artwork that I used, that the only way I could do this was to make a link there, was to create a new kind of link capability, which I don't usually use. So
Yeah,
I'm going
well,
to
get
see.
rid of it. They don't need the link at this point. Later on in the other section, you could always put the Bondi link if people wants to go into Bondi, but we need to make it look gorgeous and not hideous. So
So
get rid of it or
yeah,
correct it so it doesn't look ugly.
yeah. So if we,
Okay?
I'll do something to get rid of that or correct it.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Third one, Bondi Media Capital Scale and Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I like this. Is a lot of name dropping. Robert De Niro, 1.5 billion, blah blah blah. That makes people sit up and take notice. So I'm definitely like this this the third page.
Okay.
It's like a lot of name dropping, which is good.
All right.
Yeah, I think there it would be just like you put notable projects, and you mentioned Fund has participated in financing funds featuring these actors. I think it would be just as outstanding adding some of the movie names, since these actors have done very famous movies. Which movies are those? Because those movie titles maybe be more recognizable. Not everybody remembers actors' name, but movie names that are as mythical as some of these actors. So I think it'll be a good idea to add some movie titles.
Okay, so the movie
Movie.
titles that they would recognize probably
Mhm.
aren't ones that Bonded financed. Uh, so that's the reason they don't. To be quite frank, that's the
Yeah,
reason
no, I
they don't.
understand because
Yeah,
Bondi only financed like $30 million, so they're not the big
right.
blockbusters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Based
yeah,
films with a small budget.
Yeah, no, but we want people because everyone recognized Robert De Niro, right? So all these stars are recognized. But if you put a movie like the last whatever Red Star, people are like, sorry, what movie is this?
right.
So unless it's a big blockbuster, which Bondi don't get into,
Yeah.
so we
So
leave it.
yeah, quite frankly, Andre, if they had those type of titles, they would have put that up
Yeah,
first.
exactly.
But but that's the reason they don't have it up there.
Yeah,
But
exactly. They
they
had
did
like
make movies.
Batman, the or super, Star Wars. I'm sure they would have put
Right.
that in. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Now again, I don't like this white thing at the bottom. It's just it's
Okay.
for 19-page created that.
Slide. That's a big.
That's the beginning of the next slide.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, it's like yeah, that's what I mean about the this graphic slide, beautiful, and then on top of it you got this ugly stuff that just like cut and paste on there, which just makes it look like just that, just cut and paste. It is it is just hideous.
Okay.
So
Okay. So let me ask you something. You don't have a problem with the slide the way it is with all that writing? Because what I wanted to do was to take off all the stuff on the sides and all the lines and just focus on the island itself. Are you okay with all this other stuff as it is?
I'm fine with all these other stuff. People gonna read it? Not likely, but it's just visually stimulating. And those lines, those look like they're intentional and they're done graphically very nice. So, like I said to you, it's all about visual. So the visual looks good with all those lines that people know. Oh, you're pointing, you're having a description, and if they get interested, then yeah. But visually, it is very professionally, creatively done. Except that big blob of white shirt is just a piece of crap, basically. It may contain good content, but it just looks crap. So we need to visually stimulate. So all those description and the line looks like it's part of the graphic. So no, are people going to likely read it? No, but it doesn't mess it up. In fact, it looks like it's part of this graphic. So I see no reason removing it or whatever. I think it's perfect where it is. But the white thing at the top is just absolutely awful. It just
Okay.
messes it up
Would that
completely.
would that stuff at the top be better at the bottom? Or
No,
you
it's just it looks ugly.
No, just
It
okay?
looks like ugly, just white. I mean, look, it looks like it looks you got this deck of the island thing, and then there's this white blob at the top with words that is red words and blue words and linked, which just looks amateurish, right? It's just it is crap. It is just awful.
So would you like me to change the type design to make it look more antique?
Yeah,
Or
either change it so it looks like it's part of the that slide, or remove it completely. Uh, I would
okay,
just remove it completely, to be honest with you, because I don't think it adds any con. Again, this is visual. People are not going to read the stuff. They're going to look at this and they say, oh, okay, this looks beautiful, and they're just going to flick through it. That's how I do stuff. I pretty much just flick through, and that's what most
oh,
money people, they'll just flick through it. The only time they'll look through it is ROIs. Oh, when do I get my money back?
okay. So
So
let me ask you this: suppose we just leave bonded media, uh, bonded media, Buffalo A production.
no, you already mentioned that in the first two deck already. So they don't need to be. You don't need to put every slide bonded this, bonded this, bonded this.
Okay,
They already get it, right? You only need to. All they care about, first of all, they don't know who bonded is. So it's not like if this was, Paramount Pictures, then yeah, maybe if it was Disney, then yeah. But no one knows Bondi. Yeah, they're gonna Google it eventually, right? Like the second play, you got Robert De Niro, you got those big names. You're not putting them on every slide. Robert De Niro, Robert De Niro. You don't need to put that, right?
okay,
So there's no need to put Bondi because no one knows who Bondi. Once
okay,
they Google it, they say, "Oh, okay, Bondi Bay."
okay,
So no,
okay. This is the link to the creative deck that Bonded is using for the fundraising. Okay, so that link is important. People need to see it. So would you like
then
that?
put it in the deck. This link do not need to go onto this Maroon Island.
All
The
right.
Maroon Island deck is about the story. This is not about Bondi. So remove that link and put it down later on when we're talking about Bondi and how they're going to raise the money and all that stuff. That's where. So this page is about Maroon Island, the storyline and all this stuff, right? So we don't need to shove the two, right? You already mentioned Bondi right on the first two pages. So Bondi, so be and Google it and whatever, right? So no, they don't need to know Bondi. And if you want that, then all I'm saying is do it so it looks like this page. Right now, it looks like you got a great page, and then you add this white, ugly piece of shit onto it. That's all. To me, it looks like if I was looking at it, I'd be too embarrassed. Seriously, I would be embarrassed to show this to any creative thing. They're like, well, this slide is good, but what the hell is this white shit up there? And you
Okay.
put it at the bottom, then they'll be saying, what the hell is this white shit at the bottom? No matter where you put it, this is just a white shit. It adds nothing to it. It
Okay.
just makes
Well,
the slide look crap.
I'll
It
move
doesn't
that.
belong on this thing.
I'll
Either
move the
make
link.
it so it merges into the slide, which is difficult, or just remove it completely.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll
Okay?
move it completely. I'll put that somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
put it, and we'll come to that page where it will be more relevant. But it
Mhm.
doesn't need to. This slide is just about the Maroon Island, the story, the movie we're gonna make, the game we're gonna make is about Maroon Island, not about Bondi.
Right.
Okay?
Right. No problem. All
All
right.
right. I just don't like the font. Again, the aftermath of 1688 Jamaica, Maroons of Kingdom
So
guided by the book.
you don't,
Uh,
you don't like the font. What it says is okay, but you don't like the
yeah,
font.
I think what say. Oh, I don't know. My wife is the more creative one. What are your impression on this, babe?
Yeah, I think the problem is the font and the fact that it's also pasted on a completely white background. If the background was black, the images will melt into it and it wouldn't look like a pasted option. And if with a black background, if you put the bold title in white with a different type of font that it's easier to read, I think it will be easier on the eyes.
Okay.
But the images itself are amazing. It's just how it's set up, you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's the same as above. Yeah.
Okay.
A white bold title with a different font. What it says, it's completely fine. It's just the font. For these titles, you need to put very easy to read fonts. You
Right.
know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with you on the font, by the way. That was the first one that I picked, and I did rush through this in 3 days. So I agree
Yeah.
with the font. So
Okay.
Just to do that
Your,
great job.
your criticism is fine. I have a tough hide, so
Yeah. Good.
say whatever
No,
you.
we all gotta have a tough hide in business, Vernon.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, we're not gonna get anywhere. We're gonna cry every time we get a little bit.
Yes.
Again, the font needs to change on that again. Just it just the picture slide.
Again, if it was a black background,
Yes.
the image will merge into it, and
Mhm.
it wouldn't look like a photograph of the patient and album. It will look more integrated as whole.
Right.
Otherwise, the attention goes to the white.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. The tension that they just catch the what?
Which is beautiful.
Yeah, the image is the beautiful one. That's why you want the eyes to attract to,
Mhm.
Exactly.
right? And because of the white rim, it just it doesn't attract because it's beautiful. It attracts because it's bloody distracting. It's just like
I got
you know, that's the problem.
Okay. We'll change it, and
Yeah.
we'll change the font.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? Is like you got all this beautiful dark texture, and then suddenly you just jump to this white stuff.
Yeah.
And the font is absolutely, you know, it is like no, you need to get. Is
It's
the
hard.
font is hard to read? Yeah, I
Hard to
can
read.
understand the Gothic thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
They're just titles and whatever. But this is the business side of thing. This is the information thing. So you
Right.
need to. I use standard either Times Square or Courier or Arial to make it easier to read. And this is where you got the link. So maybe this is where if you want, you can put the Bondi link in there. Uh, you know, and then I don't understand what script 2 means. Is
Oh,
there
that
a 2 script?
it's okay. I got you. It was the second page of the script. That's what that meant right there. So Maroon Island, that's a link to the script. And then they have page 1 of the script here, and then page 2 of the script. So I have to clarify that.
Okay, when you say script, you're talking about just the synopsis, really, because
No,
it's not really a
okay. The Maroon Island link to entire script is to the 45-page script. That link at the top,
right.
the
Yeah.
45, and then these are two
Okay.
examples script. This is page 1 of the script, and then this is
Okay. I just click on that link and okay.
yeah.
All right, let me let me start the sharing again. Let me just let me
Okay.
let me just sorry, got screwed up over the page. All right, let me share the screen again. Why am I not getting this? Share the screen. Sorry. Many screwed up on my part. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, this needs to it's just too again, it's just too
It's
you know,
hard to read,
yeah, it's
and
hard to read. And again, I don't know whether you want to use a different background based thing. So basically it's consistency, you know, in the overall thing, but yeah, it's just too hard to read right now.
So why are these slides not in the same format as the first few slides?
why are the slides not in the same format? Because I'm doing it, and this is not really my wheelhouse, and I was rushing through it, so that's why it isn't in the same format.
So who did the first few slides?
Oh, the first few slides were done using a program that was online, which wasn't available after I did the first few slides. So we could redo it in another formula that's available through the entire thing. But I didn't realize that they wouldn't be available until I did the first three. So it was one of these teaser deals that they
Oh, okay, yeah,
buy it, and then if you want to pay for it, then
yeah,
pay for it. But
Well, well, you've seen the decks I've made for Leon, I'm sure.
yes,
It's easy with these beautiful images that you have. I mean, we need to finish going through the deck, but I think it's pretty easy to make something way more attractive in because the content itself is good. It's just the layout, it's a matter of layout. And
yeah. Well, I'd be
I
happy
think,
to work with you on that, Andrea. We can do that together, and Chris can also be part of it because he did the artwork. So yeah, we can work on that together. And I'm available, for the rest of the day, and whenever you're available, we can finish this up. If you're available, we can do it together.
well, let me talk with Leon back.
okay,
Okay, good.
yeah. The issue with deck is, especially this is not a business proposal, business plan. This is a deck, and the deck really should be more visually stimulating. Right now, I'm debating whether we need to put so much text into the storyline, whatever. I think
Well,
there's just too, because like I said, people don't really read. To be honest, I definitely don't read the thing. It just needs to be very visually stimulating. So the images you have are very imaging stimulating. Uh, so I'm debating whether, we need to just remove most of these texts completely.
well,
I mean, like Act One, Awakening the Monster, who cares? To be honest with you, an investor, who cares that the monster came out in the first 48 seconds from the dam? It's like,
yeah,
it's like completely irrelevant information. No one's got, oh, I see Act One. Let me write my check for 100. To be honest with you, it's like no one cares. And to be honest with you, it is, the arrival of the Nightblade between 48 is like, no one cares. Absolutely no one cares.
so we can.
Director will care when they come to making the movie, but there's a lot of information there that's just completely like people asking, like I'm asking,
Yeah, we
what
could
the
take
hell?
we could take all that out and just
Yeah,
leave link Maroon storyboard and this image, and
yeah,
that'll be enough.
link storyboard, yeah, and and just remove all that. I'm debating just to remove all the script as well. No one cares about reading the script at this point, to be honest with you. So, so I would just perhaps remove, just to have a link to it. So people said they want to see the whole script, then you say, link. So maybe have a visual like on here. You may say, if you want to see the script, link. So in one of these picture, the thing, the graphic thing, then people, if they really want to go into to see the script or they want to see the storyboard, then they can click on it and that'll take them to the website. But the reality, most people, 99.9 like me, will not even bother at this stage. Yeah, if they have to write a check for $1 million, then yeah, I probably would then go, oh, let me check the script, let me check the thing at this point. But we just want to catch people interest, get them wetted, so they ask for more. That is what we want. So sometimes you give them too much stuff at them, they'll just the brain just switch off. Well, my brain switch off anyway. So
All
I
right.
may just say let's remove the script. Obviously, this is important for the the money people because and that's what I meant. But so this side of it, I think is important for those that we're asking for money from.
Mm-hmm.
So but we have to lay it out much better. It is yeah, all the information I look at there, yeah, I think it's relevant, but we have to lay it out much better.
Okay.
It's just not presented very, very well. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So
Okay.
why don't we do this? I'm going to start working on the revisions,
Yeah.
and then you let me know when Andrea will be available if you decide to do that, and
Yeah.
we'll get it done. I hope to get it done by
Okay.
a week, okay, or sooner.
Okay.
I know you like to
Yeah.
work quickly, Doc.
No,
So
I don't like. Yeah, I like. Okay. All right. So after this review, let me go over it once again, and I may just say, well, remove slide two, the script and whatever,
Right.
and this is what I want, and this is what you know. Uh, so yeah. So let me go through it one more time after we've gone this review and then decide how many. Typically, for a presentational deck, I typically like to keep it, less than 10 slides,
Mhm.
etc. And mainly visual, a lot of imagery, not nice, sexy imagery, and as minimum amount of words as possible. And then for the investor, they want to see, see some of these numbers. But again, let me digest and see how much information we need to really show them. Obviously, we need to catch their attention. And then once we catch their attention, then obviously when they ask for more detail, well, could you have bigger breakdown, above the line, say below, then we say, yeah, of course, we can produce that. But we just want to make sure you get all the relevant top end information, and then we can go into a weed when you're ready.
Okay.
So that's how I
Good.
normally do it. So yeah, that this information, especially on this slide, is important, but only once we attract someone that's seriously considering it, and they say, "Listen, I'm interested, but I need to see more detail." And
Okay.
then this is when I whip out the slide, say, "Here's the more detailed breakdown of the budget and what
So,
we're spending money from."
so this deck was always intended to be the financial deck because we actually don't have one. And your suggestion that we create one is what led to this. So whatever you want in it is what I'll
Yeah,
do. And thank you for recognizing that. I've been thinking about it for a while,
yeah,
but your involvement got me to actually do it.
yeah.
And
Yeah, no. The information here I said to you is relevant, but again, we just need to lay it out because the investor, we're trying to convince the investor to put their money for a world-class media. So if at the end of the day it looks like there's a hodgepodge amateurs put this together, then it doesn't give a good representation.
I
So we
agree.
still need to give them the information, but we need to put it information so they'll look like, wow, this is, these are very creative people. Yeah, okay, I can understand why I want to give them money. So it is very, very important how it's laid out as well, not just throw no information into the face.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, so let me digest on this. And what are these black blobs? What are they? I can't read anything
But
in them.
there's nothing in them. They're
Oh,
from
okay.
they're from the AI. So I copied most of this from the AI. All of it is,
Oh, okay.
and so
Okay.
that's how it came out from the AI.
Okay. All right.
Represent anything.
Okay. All right. Anyway, this is where I probably need to work on and comment how I want because obviously if I'm showing this to my money
Right.
people, I know what they look at. So
Right.
I need to look into this and maybe condense it or lay or suggest how this should be laid out. So I'll work on that with you, Vernon. Okay,
Hmm.
on this, on the financial numbers, how to present it.
Right. Okay. Good. Good.
Okay, so yeah, so all this I need to look over and yeah, okay. So I'll work on this. I'm not going to go through each of the slide right now. That's something that I need to yeah, distribution strategy and sales path, absolutely. Again, important information. But right now we need to lay it out so it looks beautiful as well as get the relevant information to the thing. Yeah, so I need to work on this
So
revenue forecast, sales model. Yeah, all these relevant information for money people.
right. Right.
Okay. And
So
then the okay.
I'm not a designer. Uh, so
Yeah.
this this is the best I could do in a short
Okay.
period. So whatever
Okay.
you it can do,
Okay.
I'm fine with it. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. I said to you, yeah, let me go through a deck again. But yeah, this needs a lot of rework. Like I said, the information is there. So the good news, we got all the relevant information in there. We just need to lay it out so it looks gorgeous as well as giving them the information. So that's important,
Great.
especially where, like I said, market ourselves as world-class media. We got to show that we are world-class media
Okay.
content we're producing.
All right.
So,
Never
okay.
argument with me about that. Believe me.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Now you said Vespa's working on the contract or the
Yes.
agreement that you're going to get to me and Andrea to look at.
Yes. Yes. She's working on it.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. Anyway, how are you feeling, by the way?
Oh, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. I might have to get some more intervention, but I feel fine. You know,
All
they,
right. Well, that's good news. Like I
oh,
said, it's important. So stay
yeah.
healthy, Vernon. Okay. So anyway, I'll send you this recording and let's try and get this deck polished up. And so we can present it to oh, by the way, so give us a summary of how your talk with Bondi went yesterday. You
Okay.
say it went well.
It went well, yes, and they sent me a summary of what we talked about. So I'll tell you the bottom line is that they're going to
All
be
right.
starting to shop this as early as next week, and they sent me a list of these. They want to start with the smaller production companies and those that have worked on sci-fi. So I'll send you that list that they sent me, and that's where they're going to start looking for partnerships and capital. And then they'll get back to us in. We're going to be in communication the whole time. I'll know where they're going, and we'll know where they're going. And in 6 weeks, they'll determine, who the best fits are, and then depending on what they say, move on to the next level of financiers and producers, and ultimately we want to get to Amazon and Netflix and people at that level. But it takes several steps to get to them. They said if they try to go to them directly, it doesn't work as well with the same content. If you don't have the right partners, you don't have the right directors, or you don't have directors that they recognize or have worked with, then your project won't have a chance to get through. So all that has to be put together over the next few weeks. We'll be talking about directors and producers, and of course, once we have an agreement, they want to know who you're going to bring to the table and what your financing capabilities are. So we have to work all of that out right now, and they're ready to go. So by the end
All
of the
right.
week,
Have you mentioned to them about the fact that we contacted Digital Art about them using AI to make this film for us?
yes, I did mention to them. We talked about AI, and they say that AI is definitely something that should be used, and that the budget will determine to what extent it gets used. And I also mentioned to them the 501(c)(3).
Yeah.
Look, see, what they have in our budget now is a tax credit, and they don't have any problems doing a 501(c)(3) as part of the budget.
Yeah.
So the tax credit and the 501 are two different things. The tax
Yeah.
credit applies to doing a film in a certain location, say
Yeah, I know.
and then
Yeah, like
yeah,
example, New Jersey has a tax credit. You make any film in New Jersey, I think the tax is like 30%, whatever.
right,
Uh, but yeah, that's the issue. It's not. But as I mentioned to you, Kim, uh, for wealthy individuals and organization that wants to quote donate money for production, so they don't have to give their money to Uncle Sam, then one of the advantages to give it to a film production, they get the tax credit. But if the film production makes money, then we can then, in principle, pay them royalties back down the line. So that's something. And I just want to know whether Bondi has any experience leveraging such a 501(c)(3). So the two are separate. I totally agree.
yeah. It doesn't seem that that's one of the things that they do a lot of, because they didn't automatically include that in the budget. They automatically included the tax credit in the budget. So they're open to anything that is going to get this project made. They really believe in the project, or they wouldn't be in
All
business.
right.
And they're not going to stand in the way of us getting it done, however it gets done.
All right.
So,
Perfect.
and
Well, what I'll
again,
probably do
I,
next,
I
Vernon.
want to make sure that you understand something.
Yeah.
That I hired them, and
Yeah.
I paid them to be executive producers because I have no experience in that. So
Of course.
they're working for us, not the other way around. And if
Okay.
we're bringing money in, they're definitely for us because they get an additional commission to be executive producers in addition to the $12,000 that I paid them already.
Yeah.
So they're working for us.
All
So
right.
we have
Perfect.
full control of the situation.
All right, perfect. So now you spoke to them that we can use their name up front, right? Which is obviously what we're doing with this deck now,
Yeah.
because they're literally the front, which is what I want. Because I said to you, when I go to my money people, whatever, I want them to like, oh yeah, 3 years, yeah, Bondi, the Google, oh yeah, you're right, the blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So, like I said, we're gonna put their name front and center on the deck, and any of the money people that I bring in, I'll say, yeah, you contact with Bondi, whatever stuff. Right. So
We signed contract with them to be
yeah,
executive producers. So we have
perfect.
no problem
Perfect. So
them on the deck.
yeah. So the next stage is I'm probably going to set up a follow-up with Kim. Tell him, and one thing I want to go and Kim is tap his experience leveraging funding through his 501, raising funds through 501, and obviously, say that we talked about now, whatever, there's still a likelihood we will use the AI. So that's the next step. Is I'll set up a meeting, a Zoom with Kim and Tanya as a follow up, saying that. So I'll do that. And I'll probably have a follow up with the Indian people as well. So because they've been asking about it, I'm just saying, listen, we're still in thing, but we want to keep you in the loop on this.
Right.
We're in the midst of raising funds. So until we get the money, nothing's going to happen. But
Right.
we want to at least keep you in the loop. Say, yeah, we're still interested. And if and this is what we're trying to do, etc. So that's my next stage on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Good enough.
All right. Well, thank you, Vernon. All
All right.
right. Take care of yourself. All right. God bless you, Vernon.
Call me anytime.
Will
I'm
do.
available. Andrea, good
All
talking
right.
to you. All
All
right.
right. Take care.
All right.
Ciao. Bye.